Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 54. Now the roof. 54. Rabbit.
They'll run on first down. Boykin. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now a give, right side. Boykin. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Get that quarterback and all come. Check 13. Check 13.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He finds his target, Beckham. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Set 3, 18 Gator. And let's get that long.
Now a handoff working right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. For Marshall, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, let's go.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. He'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Back to throw here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he returns it into enemy territory down the 45-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
On 1st down, Boykin. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, Boykin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Fournette, a first down carry. Fournette, first down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's go. 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but hold on, we finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3. He's got him in. Complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5.
Here we go. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie. Charlie.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the catch made by Hopkins. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They come out here in the I. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Second and goal from the 1. Second and 1. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 1-yard touchdown reception as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. 69 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. It's complete to Hopkins. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Jackson on 3rd and long. And got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Odell Beckham Jr. Touchdown, Jaguars. Odell Beckham, 50 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play? And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. It's caught by OBJ. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Touchdown, defense. Mike, 55.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's caught. Beckham. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds Penny. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
On play action, they'll throw. Going deep for Hopkins. This is caught at the 20. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will get him one closer. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Get ready.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Jumper.
They'll run on first down. Boykin. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mike 3, ready.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, Boykin, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark. 67 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident. Throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now back to throw. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryant.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out, and no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Here we go.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
We got 4.
And they will take a knee here. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great